health care reform. Why bother now instead of getting to jobs?
Well, I think we have every chance of getting it repealed.
In the House.
In the House, and sending it to the Senate where the pressure will build. And this isn't all about repealing it in one bill in one motion. This is the first step in a long, hard slog. It's the beginning of the beginning to repeal Obamacare.
If it were to be repealed in the Senate, the president would veto it. Do you have a two-thirds majority to override a presidential veto in not only the House, but in the Senate?
Well, we'll learn that in the House on January 12th when we bring up the repeal bill. But whether we do or whether we don't, we will have people on record. And when they're on record, then they stick with their convictions as we march through the effort to cut off the funding that would be used to implement or enforce Obamacare at every step along the way, all the way through 2011 and 2012. But the end game is elect a president who will sign the repeal of Obamacare.
The Republicans promised they would do it. They're living up to their promise. What's wrong with that?
Because this is a Republican obsession with repealing health care reform. They are engaging, starting tomorrow, in the ultimate in hypocrisy. They talked about the importance of creating jobs and reducing the deficit. Tomorrow, when they fruitlessly pursue repealing health care reform, they will explode the deficit if they are successful, which I don't think they will be. It'll add $143 billion in the first 10 years to the deficit and $1 trillion in the second 10 years. And instead of creating jobs, it will actually reduce jobs. In December, Wolf, the jobs report showed that the biggest increase in an industry for job creation was in the healthcare sector.
Go ahead, Congressman.
Well, we're going to see a new CBO score on this. Things have changed. This is a
the Congressional Budget Office is the one that the numbers that she was pointing to, saying that this health care reform law will actually cut the long-term debt.
And that's if you make some assumptions such as there's $532 billion worth of cuts to Medicare and a number of other assumptions in order to get the score barely squeaked in, just barely in the black. That's what happened in order to draft Obamacare in the first place.